What's up, YouTube? Khalid's here. I was just here doing like a little Jack in the Box, bro. And I noticed in my previous video when I showed this car, the C6 Grand Sport that I got recently, I happened to mention that I don't ever buy a car that's newer than a C6, meaning a C7, C8, and so on. And they were asking me why, you know. I think I said, to me, the Corvettes go from C1 to C6. After that, they became more of a commodity. It wasn't as much as a driver's car, you know. It was more of a, so your mom can drive it to the grocery store. She doesn't know about the car. She just wants to drive a C7, C06 automatic convertible. To me, that just kind of lost it for me. Other than I really don't like how the C7 base model looks. I think the C7 CR1 is the most hideous looking Corvette ever, probably. C8, I mean, I just, you know, I like Corvettes that look like Corvettes. That the C8 just, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm not really a car person, so I guess it looks cool. I just don't really care too much about it. But I think C7 C06, it looks alright, you know. It's not too bad. But I just think, you know, once they start going with the electronic differentials, what's good, not a real handbrake. They got the little switch for the handbrake. When you have a automatic C06, that is no longer, you know, or like the rev matching mode. Like, really, you can't just drive? Is it really necessary? I mean, I like the analog feel of C6s and under, you know. Of course, this C4 is my favorite as far as driving wise. But the C5, you know, it's alright. The C5 is C06. I really don't like the C5 base model. I like the C6s, not the base model necessarily, but the wide bodies like this is a Grand Sport C06. And you see time and time again people racing a C6. A C6 C06 with just basic mods. It kills everything out there, you know. And that C7, it doesn't, you know, after 120, 130, 140, just falls on his face, which is, I mean, I don't really care. I don't race like that. I mean, I don't really care about the power wise. I just like how they look. The C6, I think, is the last of the Corvettes that really have the analog feel to them. Alright, let me take it for a little drive. I don't think you'll be able to hear me because this thing has an aftermarket exhaust, you know. Memory seat, press that. I was having trouble setting up the memory seats and the key fobs and shit on one of these. Let me show you the start right now. Whoopsie. Like I said, I don't really care if a Corvette really has cylinder deactivation, uphill, upstart hold, or how fast it launches. I just want to be able to drive the damn thing. I don't drive it in the rain too much if I don't have to, so I don't really care if it has all those amenities and drives super smooth and shit. I just want a lightweight, which a C6 is lightweight, you know. You don't have you just have a regular positive traction, all the regular gadgets, you know, steering wheel. You don't have no fancy extras, you know. You don't really need that, I believe. So I don't really think the C7 is really that much of a better car. I just don't like it. That's the thing. If I had like a C6, it'd probably be a C6 C06 with some fancy, you know, some motor work to it, you know, keep it all naturally aspirated. But anyway, let's take this thing for a drive. I don't think you'll be able to hear anything because it's somewhat loud. Let me see. Like I said, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I don't drive crazy. I don't get surprised by how fast the car is, so it doesn't do too much for me. Here once in a while, I'll do drive other people crazy, but very rarely. I'm just so used to, you know, what this car's gonna do. It doesn't really shock me. You know? I just like driving them, you know. The thing is, I like daily driving. I like driving the car. I don't want an automatic C6. I want the actual stick shift, you know. It's a process to get in and out of it. It's not like you just get in and drive in the snow. You know, oh my God, it's so good at it. Oh my God, this gray fuel economy. Like, it doesn't really matter too much, you know. It just sounds good. Just listen to it. You don't have to do some crackle and exhaust or nothing. It just does it on its own. You don't have to do no extra things to make it like a driver's car. It's a driver's car, you know. It's noisy. It's not as stiff as a C7. I don't know. Who gives a shit? I don't know. Now we gotta check engine light on. See that? Nice and easy. It doesn't have no fancy heads-up display. I mean, it does have a heads-up display, which I really like, but it's just the steering is very, very minimum. There's nothing that you get. You know, it's not a Cadillac, and people don't realize that. They want Cadillac stuff in a sports car, you know. And I don't like it. Speaking of C7, there's a C7 behind me. That's cool. Anyway, that's why I don't like any Corvette newer than this C6. I like the C3s, but they're more of a muscle car instead of a sports car. C3, C2s, C1s are pretty badass looking cars. But to me, the C4 is definitely my favorite driving car. It's just so analog, and I think they reach a peak right there. Then afterwards, they're just trying to make the car more easier to drive for regular people. But once you get to the convertible C7, C06 automatic, okay, you lost me. I don't want to see that. I don't care. I don't care how fast it launches. I don't care how good a fuel economy gets. All right. Here comes the C7. See, he don't even wave or nothing. That's C7 owners. They're not real Corvette people. They just want to have them. Say, oh, I got money. I got a Corvette. No, the fuck you don't got money. That's not even a real Corvette, bro. I've been a Corvette fan all my life. Since I can remember, it's the only car I like other than the